Hey guys, it's Shiny, and this is the next review of The Last Witch Hunter. This is a movie I have been waiting ages to see. Now, before I get into the movie review, I'd like to say I was very annoyed last year in Halloween when I went to go see this movie on release at Cineworld to find out that they had decided to replace it with James Bond in that cinema group. They did this to me twice. Not happy bunny, not at all. So I've had to wait until it releases on DVD, got enough money to be able to watch this movie. And what can I say? It's awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better movie. I would have loved to have seen it in the cinemas, and I feel really disappointed that I didn't get that chance. But let's get back on to the movie review. So, this is The Last Witch Hunter, played by Vin Diesel. He has survived throughout the ages. Why? He was cursed by a witch, and forever will be standing, him as the witch hunter versus the witches. The story goes through the process of the years of how he is in the society, the breakdown between humanity and the witches. You know, are all witches the same, or are they different? How should that be reaction? And how the world's kind of developed into modern times. And twist! The Witch Queen's coming back. So, with that in mind, this movie had such an awesome Dungeons and Dragons feel to it. I was like, there, ready. I wanted to roll dice and shit. I was ready for criticals in that movie. It was so exciting. So, it starts off with this amazing pan of this kind of icy mountains that they're walking across. Medieval were tranked out in leather, furs, Vin Diesel and a beard. Not sure on that one, but he was wearing a beard with the braiding. It was there. And it turns in this panoramic view of the most amazing setting scene I have seen for a beginning of a movie. This massive tree that almost has like burning embers within it, and it's kind of crumbling but standing. It's the most amazing thing I saw. There was no lack of CGI and effort put into making the kind of magic and everything pop out of this movie. Now, there is many actors within this. The main one everyone knows is Vin Diesel. Hopefully you all know who he is. Fast and Furious, if you don't. He plays our main character called the Last Witch Hunter, who's immortal. And probably my favourite character out of everyone in this movie, even though he is the main character. But he is my favourite character, and he has this one most amazing line, which is, by iron and fire. It's amazing. They thought it was so good, they used it 3 times in this movie. It was that cool. I was about to high-five my partner at this point. It was that cool. Now, moving through the different actresses, we also had some surprise people that I didn't realise were in this movie. Michael Caine was in there. I was like, oh, he just started talking as like a narrator right at the beginning, and I was like, oh, silence, Michael Caine is talking. He was awesome. He was the Dolan 36th, who is the priest who has been assigned as almost like the handler. If you think of an aspect of kind of a spy movie where they have like a handler that they report to, in that kind of sense. And each generation there's a new Dolan who moves through, and he's the 36th one that's been there. And he's handing over, he's crossed to the next Dolan, the 37th, who is played by Elijah Woods. So I always, when I think of Elijah Woods, I still can't get Frodo out of my head. I'm really sorry, Elijah. It doesn't matter what I do, I cannot get Frodo out of my mind. But he has played some awesome roles, within Sin City, Wilfred, but for some reason, just The Hobbit, it won't leave. It won't leave. Now, Michael Caine plays an awesome character. He's got he has a small bit at the front and a small bit at the back, and he's almost like the father kind of figure in this kind of role, and he plays it really, really well. I was kind of disappointed in Elijah Woods, I will admit. There wasn't the emotion I was kind of expecting for the character. And you should watch this movie, it's amazing, but if you watch this movie, you'll see what I mean, especially near the end. It kind of, what you were expecting doesn't really happen, and I was kind of disappointed by that aspect. But the whole movie throughout was really amazing, how they set placed everywhere. There was a actress Rosie Leslie, who is playing Chloe, who was the witch that gets involved in this little thing. Now, she's becoming famous through Game of Thrones and for our old Renaissance, that's way too far back, but our other friends for Downton Abbey, long standing. So she's really pushing out into movies now from this area. I have to check, but the Witch Queen is actually played by a lady called Julia Engelbrecht. She's a French actress. I haven't seen her in anything, but by the looks of her history, she does a lot of French movies and TV series. She's not really broached into a lot of like Hollywood from what I can see. So it's an interesting angle. Her actually association of the Witch Queen was really cool, considering that she had about 10 minutes of that movie in total for her, but she really made an impression on me on how she played that character. This movie through the front to the end was amazing. It's opened up at the end. It looks like there's going to be a second one, which will be amazing. I'm really hyped for that. But it was just very cinematic all the way through. They kept the kind of world that they were in. So there was no kind of, oh, she can do this because she's the Witch Queen, blah, blah, blah. It's like there's rules that she has to follow. She can't do this by herself, so she has to do this and this and this. So they kind of really set this kind of power play between kind of the humans and the witches, and there was rules for the witches. Witches couldn't just spite off spells left, right, and center. There had to be things that they had to meet first, and they were very like elementals. And then there was like this dark force, which is the dark spells that they use. But again, there was like, you had to have prerequisites before you can start spelling them. And I really enjoyed that. It wasn't a case of I'm the almighty powerful blah 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 and I'll just flick my fingers and that's it, it's all done. There was rules that they had to follow, and I enjoyed. There is a couple twists throughout this movie which I really liked. It wasn't very straightforward in the way that they were formatting it, considering the fact that there's this worry that it's just going to be basically you're watching a man who's immortal hunting witches. But it wasn't. There actually didn't do any other witch huntings in this movie at all. It was based on this very strong storyline about what's happening and everything coming about. So I was really excited. I really enjoyed it. And I think you guys should see it too. See it, watch it, imagine it. It's so good. And it would really appeal for people who are LARPers, D&D players, because it has this feel to it that you can relate to, you kind of get sucked in by the fact that you're like, oh, if I imagine a character, I would be doing this and this and this, and it's like that, and it's really cool. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and in the meantime, have a shiny time, and I will see you in the next video.